A single plea, a toothpick in court, and a deal that quietly turns from 5 years to 10. In today's courtroom, one small detail changes everything, and most people watching won't even realize it until it's too late. Stay with us, because this hearing proves how fast freedom can turn into a ticking clock.
All right, so Mr. Franklin, in cause number 25, DCCR 1005, the state has elected to proceed on count 1 only. It alleges you committed the third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle, and that's from May 10th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Take that out of your mouth. You're going to walk up in court with a toothpick hanging out of your mouth? Did you enter your plea of guilty because you actually did what they charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Smith? Do you fully understand them? And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 5-year term in prison, but that would be probated for 5 years. I don't, with the history,
he's successful. I know there's priors.
I'm fine with probation. I just don't like the fact that if he does not complete it, that 5 is, and
With the court,
I just think on those,
since we were limiting it, with the
since
court
you're
set
limiting,
the 10 over.
yeah,
The
yeah,
probation term's not any different, just the
yes,
possibility of
absolutely. Because on all of these, and honestly, the one before this, I almost said it, and I probably should have. I would much rather have, because depending on what the violation is, it may look very weird to do a 3 or a 5 if they violated their probation in some egregious way. Do you want to talk to him about that? I'm willing to accept the 5 years of probation, but the actual punishment if he violates I'm not going to cap that if I agree to a cap at 5 on that.
The other reason that one was because the offense itself.
That one, it didn't have the history.
And I know why she did this. He successfully completed a probation about the time this happened, a 10-year probation out of Liberty County.
Yeah.
So I think that's the reason. I understand the court's concern.
Yeah. I just want that entire range of something. When you have history, the other one didn't have any.
He had
history.
one old state judge,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
nothing that enhanced.
Right.
It's like,
It's fine.
So the agreement, I want to make sure, as it stands on the paperwork now, the agreement was for a 5-year term in prison that would be probated for 5 years. And it's my understanding that you will agree to a 10-year term in prison, but it will still be probated for 5 years, which means if you violate, I could give you that 10 years, something in between, but it's not going to be capped at that 5. And you agree to that. With everyone's permission, I'm going to make that adjustment on the written admonishment.
no objection.
And that was a $500 fine as well. Is that your understanding? And do you also understand, if you're not a U.S. citizen, that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1. It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Franklin is not competent?
No.
All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so that I can get a pre-sentence report done by probation. It'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we will come back later for sentencing. You need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom today, and she's sitting at that desk right over there. All right, we'll see you back at sentencing.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Good morning. Are you Aaron Shetley? And this is 24 DCCR 0776. Mr. Shetley is charged with assault, family violence by impeding breath or circulation. And what is the announcement?
Going to get into the small panel on that one too.
I know it's a little bit older judge, but it's
It
the
is.
same deal where they have been in contact, and I know that this case was originally set a week ago. I moved a week.
Right.
It's another one where they're going to have a conversation about how it works out.
So I'll set this one. On this one, just due to the age, this will be the last reset. Make sure you stay in touch with your attorney. He's going to visit with the district attorney, and you need to get an announcement at that next court date. All right, thanks. You're free to go, sir. Good morning, sir. You're Guadalupe Reyes, and this is 25 DCCR 1422. Mr. Reyes is charged with aggravated robbery, and what is the announcement?
Judge, Mr. Washington needs to get on, his first time getting on
Okay.
our discovery portal, so
All
we
right.
get him instructions on how to do that and get him.
Sure.
There's a lot of discovery in this case, and so I'm going to get him down the road and
Perfect.
make sure he has access.
All right, so what I'll do is just reset the case about 30 days. That'll give you some time to get all that information downloaded, and go over it with your client, and we'll see where we are at the next court date. Stay in touch with your attorney. He'll let you know when you need to be back. You're free to go. Yes, sir. Thank you. Good morning. Are you Lisa White? And this is 25 DCCR 0923. Ms. White is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Mr. Parker, what is the announcement?
Your Honor, we're asking for one more reset. There's a video that I need to get. I didn't know, and I think Mr. Nichols wants to talk to the victim as well. If we get one more reset, I need her to come in the office. She communicates with me.
Sure.
That's correct.
All right, so Ms. White, I'm going to reset your case in a normal reset. Make sure you stay in touch with Mr. Parker so that once he gets the video and any other evidence, you can visit with him, go over all of that, and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date. You're free to go. Hold on just a second. Good morning, sir. You're Corey Richardson, and Mr. Richardson is charged with solicitation of prostitution and cause number 25 DCCR 0249. Mr. Crenshaw.
Your Honor, last week I visited specifically with Ms. Wolfino on this case and still was in trial. I believe we're going to have this resolved with a plea agreement. If we can come back on this one as well as in 2 weeks, I'm very optimistic this one will in fact be approved.
This isn't something you guys can take care of today since Mr. Hoppower's here. You've been on this since February of last year. It's been a year.
We've got an offer in this case. I'm not aware. I hadn't talked to Ms. Wolfino about any conversation about it. I've given her an offer before with counsel. And there was some indication they were going to speak to somebody above me.
All right.
I spoke with
Right.
Mr. Giblin, and he said to speak with Ashley about it, which I did last week. And she said that she was ready to make a decision, but she wanted to talk to Kobe about it first. And I don't think that ever happened because he said he hadn't talked to her.
Okay.
But
2 weeks, last reset.
this really will be a plea.
All right.
Very
Mr. Richardson, stay in touch with Mr. Crenshaw. We'll see you back in 2 weeks. Good morning. Are you Jace Dunn? And will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment? Mr. Dunn, in cause number 25, excuse me, DCCR 0896, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of solicitation of prostitution from March 28th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge? Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you sign these, did you go over them with Mr. Comerford? Do you fully understand them? And do you understand if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal? And it looks like the agreement that you've reached is for a 3-year deferred probation. There would be a $1,000 fine, and you would be required to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. Is that your understanding? Do you also understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law? State tenders number 1. It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Dunn is not competent? All right, sir, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily, find that you're mentally competent and that you understand the nature and the consequences of that plea, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. It'll give me more information about you and your case, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. You need to stop on your way out of the courtroom and talk to probation, and she's sitting at that desk right over there. All right, we'll see you back at sentencing. Thank you, Mr. Comerford.
Every case you just watched had one thing in common. One decision, one sentence, one moment that can follow someone for life. If you want real courtroom moments, real consequences, and real lessons most people never hear about, backhand index pointing right, subscribe now and turn on notifications, because the next case could be even more shocking than this one. Justice doesn't pause, and neither do we.